silly outfits, window down, blowing out great tits. New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening, but all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the New England Patriots and the Minnesota Vikings. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Jones. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They run once more with Stevenson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
USC on the tackle. A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Jones. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Harris will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As of a good run defense? Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Stevenson is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Kenny Nwagu now out of his... And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. Dances by him. So a teammate picking him up there. That was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They'll run with Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They try again with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. This started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Vikings 3.
Running straight ahead. And he's got room. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
He was brought down to the 88-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. And the Patriot first down.
Throwing Jones. And his throw is incomplete. Well, once again, from all of us at EA Sports, happy Thanksgiving. Hope everybody's had a fantastic day on the couch, belt unbuckled, feet up. This, of course, the nightcap to a great day of football here this Thanksgiving holiday 2022. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here comes a 7th play now this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Operating for the gun, Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense that came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Jones. It's caught by Aguilar. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on fourth down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on fourth down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
Following the interception, Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
Cousins gets this one out wide quickly. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is... And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Kirk Cousins. His 19th touchdown now in the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Complete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, Comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Here's Stevenson, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots are able to move back in front. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is now 14-10.
Patriots 14, Vikings 10. Nick Folk to kick off for New England.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. A fairly short kick from the 14.
Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. Hawkinson crossing the middle and bringing it in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Now Folk for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Patriots 21, Vikings 10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Vikings take over 1st down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As they begin their second half here, Charles, offensively, not where they want to be, obviously. They're losing in this ball game, but very much within striking distance. We'll see what adjustments they make in the second half.
Is that the old glass half full, half empty type of a deal? Which way do you want to look at it? Because you're right, they're down on the scoreboard, but there are definitely opportunities now because if they want to go ahead and get going in this one, get back to the running game. I think there are going to be some places to go with it, and I think the offensive line will appreciate the chance to fire out and hit people.
That's a good point because they virtually had nothing going in the ground game in that first half. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Cousins to throw it. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are back within a score.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll try and throw for it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's to Aguilar. Touchdown, Patriots. Nelson Aguilar from 13 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Folk connects on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Vikings 16.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing is Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down. Here's Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, 51 yards. And the Vikings have cut it back with their score. Joseph connects on the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Jones flushed out right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, old momentum. He's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Slot man moves right. Jones now off the play fake. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Patriots send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll get this to Nwangu. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings 23.
So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Cousins now.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
103 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This is Smith with a grab. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Now a give, running left is Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie.
And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run with Harris. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is where Coach coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you said, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that can come back and get you.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Back to throw. Jones. This is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Isaiah McKenzie. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point up and good by Folk. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
35. Vikings 23.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over first down 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll throw again. Cousins. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 20-yard line. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Here's Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you have to expect in this situation that the defense is going to be playing the perimeter. They don't want any easy passes out there where someone can grab it and step out of bounds. So that was excellent work there to force the incompletion.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. To throw, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
Complete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line at a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for New England, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.